Tune your car here, and we back with another bang. So this video, I'm going to show you how to replace your front struts on a Nissan Rogue, but it is a little windy out here, so you're going to have to bear with me on this video. Let's get it. First, you want to loosen the lug nuts. You're going to be using a 21mm impact socket. Don't use any of those other cheap sockets because they will break. If you don't have an impact gun, I'm going to show you how to use just a breaker bar. We're gonna get that thing right off. And you wanna have it to the point where you're pushing down. You hold, and simply, I'm doing this with one hand. Simply, to go left, obviously we're pushing down. We push it all the way down. We're gonna do that for all 5. We're gonna come over here to the other side and do the same thing. As you can see, simple. Come over here and take off these, and we're gonna take off this clip, edge of the bracket like this, and then we're just gonna hammer the backside. It is a little windy, so I'm gonna try to speed this up. Our 19mm impact socket. We're gonna come over here, we're gonna take the 2 bolts off to the bracket, not the caliper bolts, just the whole bracket. 1 and 2 at the bottom, down there. So. The second one. Holy shit. Hold it with your knees, because it's gonna fall. The main thing you want to grab is this caliper. We're gonna go ahead and pull the caliper off. Oh, this shit's heavy. We're gonna go ahead and set the caliper back here for now. So we put it through here and kind of sat it right there for now. So you're just gonna pull the rotor straight off. There's no screw. First, we're gonna take this pin out right here. Do this off camera. It's hard to do this with one hand. Okay, so you wanna bend it like this to the point where you just can pull it through the hole. Sometimes you can't pull it by hand like that. Take off this little whack cover. We need heavy impact sockets to get these bolts out easier. 32mm impact socket. All right, D-Watt, let's see what you got. Use this. No, it's not battery impact. It is a wire impact, but it was a lot cheaper than the big battery ones, and it also is a little bit stronger to me. Oh yeah, this shit's heavy. This is just as good as a heavy one. We bought it for $89 at Harbor Freight. Have that off. What we're gonna want to do is we're gonna want to take out the 4 bolts that's holding the hub together on the back side of the hub. 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. 18mm extension socket. The way I seen to get it out is to kind of tap out the axle a little bit. Before we loosen those, we're gonna come with an 18mm short socket. We're using a 12 point, but you get the drift. For you guys holding this heavy gun with, as you can, we have enough room to set this down here with no tension on the wires. Before you fully remove that, you want to come over here and remove this, I believe, 14mm.
So what was your name?
Huh? What is that tire pressure? Oh, compression tester for the motors. Really?
Yeah.
Holy crap. Thank you, bro.
I give it to you.
You give it to me? Thank you, man. I appreciate it a lot, bro.
So what are you doing right here?
I'm replacing them with your D-Watt 14mm, and you want to impact this out. We're going to screw the bolt in by hand, like right there. You don't want the stud sticking out. You want the stud still in there a little bit. Come in here with just a regular hammer, not a heavy. You're going to come tap this out. Get a good camera angle. So once it goes down, you take off the bolt, and now you're able to take that out. You're gonna take your jack and you're going to slowly, all right, like so. This thing is stupid. Tire rod starting to straighten out. You seen it just move right there. Now it's moving freely. Now you can go ahead and this is at the moment. But I am gonna get my meta glasses so I could just be doing this. I'm gonna put the impact on that side and the wrench is holding that side. I'm gonna be holding that side with my hand. Okay. Now that you got that out, you just simply take this out. We're gonna start lightly you can see, it's going in. Tapping our axle until it stops moving like that. I need an 18mm extension socket. You want to come right here with the, it's kind of like hard to see. You kind of have to feel it. Just like that. I have it on the socket. Okay, there we go. And as you can see, I have an extension on there, and I'm just loosening it by hand right through there. And I'm just loosening it. You're gonna do the same thing for this one. On the bottom are easy. You don't need anything. They're easy to access because they're right there. You want to get the hard ones out the way first and then get the easy ones out last. To get it on there, now that I have all 4 bolts out, we can just go ahead and pull the entire hub off. Next step, let's take out this bolt right here. We're gonna take this bolt off. We have to do it off camera because I don't have a third hand. Okay, now that we got this out, so what we're gonna do is lightly hammer this out, top here, and we should be able to pull the rest out. You need 2 hands. I can't, you can see it's coming out here. Just push down on that, but I'm gonna need 2 hands of force to get that done. All right, so we got it out. Simply as that. We're gonna remove this sensor here, and we're gonna go ahead and take this off. Come on. Slide the knuckle over here so we can get the axle out of the. Dude, doing this by one hand is so annoying. Okay, there we go. Now we have to get it off of the knuckle because this is the part that people don't understand. You're gonna have to hammer the shit out of this. Off easiest to spray WD-40 all around here. WD right here. And we're gonna be hitting about right here at these points. You wanna be hitting like so. You wanna just hit. And you can see it's actually sliding. I'm actually doing this on camera. So now, you got the knuckle off. So when you're taking out the strut now, after you did all that, you come do this bolt first with a wrench. So when you loosen it up with the 13mm wrench, once it's loose, you can finish it by hand because you won't have enough space here. You don't want to do this on the concrete and mess up the strut. And you're gonna put the strut up like this. Oh, it's balancing. Showing you how I'm about to do it. So I would come like this, spray WD-40 in here and on there, and I'm just gonna hammer it down. Okay, so you can see the WD-40 is there because I sprayed some W, and we just tapped it down. You want to use a hammer like this, a heavy hammer, because those light hammers, it won't work for you, trust me. The easiest way to do this is push down on this because this will bend down. Kind of lift this up into the, it's not even screwed in at all. Lift the center up into the hole so you get enough height. Push down on that, line that in the hole there. Back in that hole here. Line this in, put that in. And now it's just sitting on that. So now all I gotta do is just line it up with the hole, like so, and then tighten it. So I'm all about working smart and not hard. So what I did is I slowly lifted the jack up and lined it up just with 1 bolt. Put the rest of the screws in at the top and then basically just put everything back together. Come here with the 13mm here. Get this guy in by hand. So now you can put the CV axle back in. When you put in this screw back in this hole, you're gonna see this, let me try to focus this. You see this notch right there, you won't be able to put it back in. It's basically a groove inside of the knuckle that needs to line up with the screw. Because the knuckle is not supposed to be sitting all the way up like that. It's supposed to be just like that. When you have it just like this in this position, now the screw can go in. But if you try to put the screw in like this, and it won't go in, and if you try hammering it in, you're gonna mess up the threads. Now we will put the screw in. So So let's do that. The wheel hub back on. So grab it. Let's grab one of the easy bolts first to see if it's even lined up. And we feel it going in, so we know it is lined up properly with the screws. Remember, don't tighten this CV up yet. Kind of push it back a little bit. Don't have it all the way in. Have it pushed back as far as it can be. We're gonna go in with the hard bolts first. We're gonna go in with the extension and the 18 millimeter. So just get the extension, put it on, and I can feel it going in actually. I went ahead and did this one all the way by hand. It let me do it actually all the way by hand. Same old thing. Okay, we have it in the hole now. We can get our extension. See, we're going in by hand with this one as well. Now that you got those nice and tight, I sprayed all this down with some brake cleaner. It gets a little greasy, especially dealing with shot suspension. So we're gonna go ahead and torque this down. I'm gonna start cleaning all these areas really quick. Go ahead and line up line this up right here. We're gonna go ahead and put this back in. 14 millimeter bolt. So for this, you're gonna need a 14 millimeter wrench and a T27. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and tighten this up. Have your ratchet on loosening mode. To get it tight, you can come with your D-Watt if you want and give it some extra. In order to get your tie rod back in, you would have to reverse the steps and jack it up. Get it in the right position. Are we in a good position here? Let's find out. Oh, okay. Now, what you want to do is start to put the brake system back together. Clean our sensor. And now we're going to come over here with the rotor. We're going to go ahead and place the rotor on. Well, also, don't forget, back of the strut. Remember, we snaked the brake caliper through here, so I had to snake it through there again. I just got it hand tightened in right there just to hold it. Next time I will have my meta glasses, so same way we took it out. Same thing for the bottom. Tighten that one. Don't forget, after your axle install, you put this clip in here. To get this wrench and start to squeeze it on there. And just like that, you are all done. All you gotta do is just put the tire back on. Forgot to show this part, but remember to put these clips in and slide this over these holes here. It's gonna show you how to put on the windshield wiper. Remember, the long one is on the far right and the shorter one is on the left. And then push down on it so it can flatten out and the angle of that can go in. I believe the screws are 14 millimeters. Here they are. Go ahead and tighten those. You don't want to go too crazy on them. You're going to place your covers back on. If you want to see more car repairs for different cars, subscribe, because I'm going to be doing a lot of different cars. So like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. It's Tune Your Car. We out.